inspirational quote from Enzo Amore. Ow, 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 ow. Welcome to the Raw Review.
Yeah.
Coming to you live, not anymore, from the O2 Arena.
Yeah.
In London, England.
On their 2-week European tour.
Hell yeah.
Where apparently Kurt Angle wasn't there.
No.
Kurt Angle was not able to be in his general manager spot of Monday Night Raw.
His dog was sick. Don't move the sick dog.
Yeah, says Dean Ambrose.
Don't think that's probably why he was actually not there.
No.
Stephanie also wasn't there.
Lies, she was there.
She's been in Europe.
She was just off TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still selling
I follow her on
table
Snapchat.
bump.
She was there.
Still selling that table bump.
Yeah. So, as Raw came on, we saw Dean Ambrose get a call from Kurt Angle, and Kurt Angle naming Dean the acting general manager, which, on one hand, makes sense because he is the top champion on the brand.
Yeah.
But on the other side, doesn't make sense. It just shows that Kurt Angle hasn't been around in a while. He doesn't realize what Dean Ambrose being general manager entails.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're going to have a moment next week where Kurt Angle's going to reveal that he didn't put Dean Ambrose in charge and that just Dean did that on his own. Or, like, he gave Dean the message to, like, tell them that, like, someone level-headed was in charge.
Huh. Maybe. Well, Stephanie...
Like, it's gonna be like, Kurt's gonna be like, no, I told you to go out there and tell them, like, Michael Cole was supposed to take over or something.
Well, because when Miz came out, and Miz said that Stephanie heard about Kurt's plan, therefore made sure that he was the co-general manager, and him and Dean Ambrose together had to run Monday Night Raw.
Well, see, that was just Stephanie thinking on the fly.
Maybe.
She was hearing Dean's promo and then immediately just speed dialed Miz.
So Dean puts Miz in the first night of the first match of the night.
They also were interrupted by both Braun Strowman and Kalisto.
Yes.
Who are now going to have a match later.
Yes.
Despite the fact that Braun Strowman is one arm in a sling.
But he said the magic
because
words.
Of his dislocated rotator cuff.
Torn.
His torn shoulder.
His torn shoulder. He said the magic word that he could beat Kalisto with one arm. So Dean Ambrose took him up on that challenge and put him in a match against Kalisto. But our first match was The Miz taking on Finn Balor, which was a good match up until the end. And then Miz tried to use his general managerness to say, hey, Finn Balor attacked that referee, even though Miz pushed him into the... By the way, Miz pushed Finn into the referee, and the referee went face first into Maurice.
Smart, right?
Maurice got clocked on this whole spot, and it's the Miz's fault. I'm just pointing that out.
Yep.
So Miz says, well, as acting general manager, I have to say that I'm not going to let any superstar attack a referee, so therefore ring the bell. So Finn Balor gets disqualified. The Miz wins. Miz is heading up the ramp. Dean Ambrose says, no, that's not how this is going to happen. Restart the match, plus Maurice is banned from ringside. Finn Balor attacks The Miz, throws him back in the ring, hits a sling blade, hits the shit whip drop kick, hits coup de grace, and Finn Balor defeats The Miz.
Yay!
Miz was none too happy about this.
50-50 booking!
Miz needs
to stop.
Yes. Miz was not too happy about this and told Dean Ambrose that he would be facing Bray Wyatt in the main event.
Yeah. 50-50. Actually, it's 50-50 booking again. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
This was my favorite bit of the night, is that Nia came up to Alexa.
Yes, this is art imitating life.
This was great. Nia comments on the fact that last week Alexa was running down the women's division, except for Nia, and she said that Nia was great, and she wanted to make sure that Alexa was telling the truth. Alexa's like, yeah, of course I think you're great. Why would I think anything else of you?
Yeah, Nia, what would I gain from lying to you?
Yeah, and Nia's like, well, that's great. So when you're done with Bayley, I want a shot at your women's championship. And Alexa's like, well, Kurt's not here, and he makes matches, so I'll talk to him when he's back, and and she's like, okay, that's fine. But until then, you've just found yourself a new best friend. So now, Alexa's in this position where Nia is going to make sure that the championship stays on Alexa so she can get a title shot.
Yep.
This is brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Because Alexa is now going into a match against Mickie James, and Nia is following Alexa out. Mickie comes prepared. She's got Bayley in her corner. And Alexa and Mickie have a good match. Of course, most of the crowd is kind of cheering for Bayley, who's on the outside. But yeah,
they're doing the Europe thing. They're getting real sing-songy with this match.
Yeah. They did the "Oh Mickie, you're so fine," which was good. That was about the only chant as far as like the two that were actually in the match. Most of it was for Bayley on the outside, but Alexa ended up beating Mickie James as Mickie was heading to the top rope. Nia pulled on her foot a little bit, and the referee told her to get off. Bayley does a crossbody on Nia, but this whole distraction allows Alexa to actually kick Mickie in the face and knock her off of the top rope, and she's able to pin her off of that. And so Alexa picks up a win with the help of Nia Jax. Nia Jax
then squashed Mickie James in the corner.
Yes, she did.
And the crowd chanted, "Nia's gonna kill you."
Yes.
This really is art imitating life, because following their European adventures via Instagram, Alexa and Nia are hanging out a lot together.
They've actually been kind of like road buddies since NXT. Yeah. And since they both got called up around the same time, they were...
It's kind of fun to see, Nia Jax piggyback ride, or Alexa piggyback riding Nia Jax all over Rome.
I was gonna say, there's no fucking way Alexa's walking around Rome with Nia Jax on her back.
And then they did the whole the tight pants dance.
Yeah, with Maurice and Miz and that other guy that we don't want to talk about.
Who's getting sued?
What?
By the way, yeah.
We'll talk about that in a second, because he wasn't on Raw, so we're not talking about it.
Yeah, because he's getting sued.
Samoa Joe was talking trash about Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins attacked him. They fought in the back, and then they had a match. But that was not before Braun and Kalisto didn't have a match, because Braun said no, and then the bell rang.
Because the referee and Kalisto both just said, "Fuck what you say, Braun," even though you could murder and eat both of us at the same time.
Essentially, the idea was that the referee was probably just going to count Braun out.
Yeah.
Because Braun was just going to leave. He was refusing to do the match.
Because he's injured.
But instead, he turns around and just boots Kalisto in the face.
Yeah, and he does manage to just, kind of clobber Kalisto to submission with one arm.
Yeah, essentially. And then Roman came out, and then there was a fight, and I walked away because I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show you that Roman can only have the advantage of Braun Strowman when Braun Strowman's already injured. And then he has to use a chair on the injured body part of Braun Strowman.
Why can't you win when it counts, Roman? I ate hot sauce because of you, you motherfucker.
Go watch that over on Reasonable Wrestling Fans.
It's a great video. It's fun.
It's the best.
It's great. Moving on. Goldust and R-Truth had a little pep talk before Tag Team Turmoil because they were the reason that this match is happening after their conversation with Kurt last week.
And I gotta be real. R-Truth gave Goldust that, I've been down since day one shtick. That's a lie. You know how long it took Goldust to convince R-Truth to be partners?
Yeah.
That was 6 fucking months.
Well, it was the whole thing was 5 months, but it was Goldust kept trying to get R-Truth to be a tag team partner. And then when Goldust was all sad because Truth turned him away, Truth was like, "Yeah, man, that's cool. That sounds like a cool idea." And then Goldust is like, "Nah, fuck you. This sounds stupid." And then they went back and forth for 5 months.
Yeah. And that, like, spawned, like, 2 other tag teams first.
Yeah.
Gold Dango and the Gorgeous Truth.
And Breezango.
And then that made Breezango, that's the best part of their whole storyline.
Is the #1 contenders on SmackDown.
Yeah, Breezango.
Fashion Files. Watch it.
Best.
But
That's what I'm looking forward to the most for SmackDown.
I'm kind of right there with you. Spoiler alert, Golden Truth did not win the #1 contender spot in Tag Team Turmoil.
Neither did the Club.
Enzo and Cass.
Or who was the other team?
Heath Slater and Rhino.
Yeah, that's right.
Because Cesaro and Sheamus started and ended this motherfucker.
And then they ran away when the Hardy Boys came out.
Yeah, the Hardys came out and they're like, nope, we're done. Yeah, they eliminated Enzo and Cass with a sharpshooter on Enzo. They beat the hell out of Slater and Rhino, and then a bro kick on Slater. A bro kick took out Luke Gallows, and then Cesaro ended up dodging a splash from R-Truth. He bounced off the turnbuckle and got rolled up. And that was the end of the match. Then Seth Rollins and Samoa Joe had a match.
Yep.
This was good.
It's a good match.
I like it. Seth Rollins inadvertently exposing the turnbuckle.
Yeah.
Because Joe was trying to like rip him out of the corner, and so he just...
I think Seth Rollins inadvertently did a lot of things during this match.
Well...
Pretty sure he inadvertently hit himself in the face at one point. I'm pretty sure he inadvertently knocked the wind out of himself with Samoa Joe's head.
Because he's Seth inadvertently Rollins.
Yeah.
That glitter's back.
Yay!
He has a...
I have one rogue piece of glitter that's attached itself to me.
It caught my eye and distracted me. Yeah, so the turnbuckle ends up getting exposed, and the referee literally just tells Joe, don't you dare use that corner. Joe, don't use that corner. Joe, don't you dare use
Joe's
that corner.
Joe's holding Rollins and looking at the corner.
And Joe went, fuck you, referee, and he used the corner. And so the referee just straight up disqualified Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe continued the beatdown on Seth Rollins, and the ref continued to yell at Samoa Joe.
That was the best part. Is like Samoa Joe gets Seth Rollins to the cookie to clutch, and he's just like choking him out, and the referee is literally on his hands and knees, face about this far away from Samoa Joe's face,
like awkwardly close,
and he's just yelling at Joe to let go.
And Joe doesn't care.
No, Joe just keeps saying "go to sleep" to Seth Rollins.
Yeah, Joe is talking to Seth while Seth is passing out, and the ref is just yelling at Joe's
directly
face.
in the face. You know, this is like the one time, and like the ref just keeps like pulling at Joe's arm and stuff.
Break the hold, Joe! Joe! Let go of the hold! Joe! He's losing his voice as he's doing it.
So, out of all the times, how come there were no other referees and or security guards to come out and help?
They were...
Was this a rib on this particular referee?
I don't know.
Like, they're like, he's like, should I signal to the back for more people to come out? And they're like, talking to him in his little earpiece. They're like, no, just try harder. No, get right in his face and start yelling.
I hope that's exactly what happened.
Grab his arm and shake him.
If you shake him just the right way, Joe will let go of any hold.
We told him the cue was when you get right up into his face and yell and shake his arm.
Oh, that poor referee. And then, for reasons unbeknownst to us, instead of Extreme Rules, the Intercontinental title match between The Miz and Dean Ambrose will take place next week on Monday Night Raw.
Probably, my guess is it's going to end in a disqualification or a no contest. But whatever causes that disqualification and or no contest is what's going to set up to be whatever their stipulation is going to be in Extreme Rules.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Alright, cool with that. TJ Perkins versus Jack Gallagher again.
This was a pretty quick match.
Yeah, it was. It was almost a really quick match because Jack Gallagher almost knocked T.J. Perkins out with a headbutt.
Right off the bat.
But T.J. Perkins ended up reversing an O'Connor roll into an O'Connor roll of his own, pulled the tights, and defeated Jack Gallagher. Perkins then knee-barred Gallagher just to ruin him a little bit more, but Gallagher was saved by Austin Aries, who took out both Perkins and Neville. Actually, I think Neville ran away.
No, Neville's at commentary the whole time.
He didn't run down.
No.
So
He got all huffy when Austin Aries came out.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then said the things that weren't words and threw his headset down.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Neville at one point
started stroking.
He just said it just made sounds that were not words.
Just like, the horse cake is here. John Cena already has the champ is here. The closest thing you can use the horse cakes is here.
Oh my god. This review is almost as weird as Raw was.
Yep. And right now I'm calling it Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns will face off in Extreme Rules in a Band-Aid match.
A Band-Aid match?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a I'm not finished with you match.
It's just going to be whoever can wrap their opponents in ace bandages all the way around first wins.
I just assumed it's going to be an ambulance match, but they're going to come out in full body casts. Like they're just going to Frankenstein their way down to the ring and just hit each other until the casts break, and then they can go to fucking town.
It's gonna be a last man standing match, and neither of them are gonna lose.
Because they won't be able to fall over.
No, I'm just saying. Can you imagine either Braun Strowman or Roman Reigns losing a last man standing match?
Probably not.
No, it's literally
Jesus Christ,
literally going to be the never ending match.
This doesn't need to go on forever, people. Let's just...
Yeah, it does.
No.
We need to bide time until Roman Reigns can face Brock Lesnar for the Universal title at WrestleMania 34.
That's a fucking year away. Don't do that bullshit. Are they literally going to try and keep the title on Brock Lesnar for a year?
Probably.
Are you fucking kidding? Do you realize your title picture on Raw?
Shit.
I mean, if you took Brock Lesnar out, you have an amazing title picture. You have some fantastic people who could go for your championship. You know, like Finn Balor, the guy that never lost it. Or, the guy who's been trying to get it back for months now, Seth Rollins. Or, the guy who was just champion on SmackDown, Bray Wyatt. Or, I don't know, the two-time WWE champion, Dean Ambrose. Or, I don't know, Cesaro.
I'm okay with that.
Just a few ideas. The Miz. The Miz could do a better job than Brock Lesnar. He would be better than Brock Lesnar.
It's true.
That's all I'm saying.
Not as scary, but
a better champion.
Equally as annoying.
Sasha Banks defeated Alicia Fox with double knees. Yep. And they might be trying to start a program with this because Alicia Fox slipped out of that pin.
I just legitimately think Sasha...
You think they just fucked it up?
Pulled too hard on one leg.
Just inadvertently, just like Seth Rollins, just Alicia Fox went whoop.
Yep.
It's the problem with only grabbing the one leg.
Yeah, especially when the person is so much leg.
That's true. Alicia Fox is literally 60% leg.
At least. I was going to go up in the high 80s, but...
Well, she's 60% leg. She's 30% torso and then 10% forehead.
Yeah. Somebody make fan art of that, please.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. It was... I mean, it was a good match for how long it was, for, a little bit of time they had. But it was nice to have two women's matches on Raw, too. But yeah, Sasha picks up the win. And, yeah, that happened. And then the main event, Bray Wyatt versus Dean Ambrose, a match we've seen a lot.
Yeah. It's been a minute, though.
It has been a minute.
They have good chemistry.
They do.
So, it wasn't a bad match.
No. And we had Miz and Maurice on commentary the whole time.
Miz interjected himself.
Yep.
Hit Dean Ambrose in the back of the Intercontinental title.
To build up a little bit of tension for next week's match. And then all of a sudden, Bray Wyatt wins. Hits the Sister Abigail after the hit with the title.
Sister Alligator.
And then Miz all of a sudden decides to bring back the awesome thing.
Well, I think it was a little rubbing because he tried to do it earlier in the night.
It's weird because he hasn't done it in like a year at least, and all of a sudden he wants to be awesome again.
Yeah.
All right.
He's waiting to be back in the title picture.
Yeah.
The top title on the promotion.
So, Dean Ambrose and The Miz both lost their match. And now they have the...
No one's looking strong going into that Intercontinental title
match. Which, on the other hand, means that Finn and Bray both did.
Yeah.
So, whatever's going to happen. There was no mention of that feud tonight at all.
You know what it is? The writers over on Raw are like, you know what? Let's hold back a little bit on this. We're gonna hold back a little bit on Bray Wyatt versus the guy who comes out in dark and spookiness. So we don't need to rush ourselves headlong into another House of Horrors situation.
House of Horrors at SummerSlam.
We don't need shiny eyes Finn Balor.
Oh, for the love of God! If you give Finn Balor shiny eyes, I will kill somebody.
It would probably be like a kid, but
yeah, because I'm not that strong. I'll kill another pint of ice cream if I have to eat that fucking hot sauce again.
Yeah, hot sauce for every pay-per-view.
That happened. Oh, no.
Bottle's still right over there.
Yeah, it's staring me down. I don't like it.
Melinda is looking at you.
Fuck you, Melinda. Your spicy ass hot sauce. Thanks for watching, guys.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Click the links. Check out the podcast.
There's a lot of links. The podcast is one of them.
Check out the most recent videos on Reasonable Wrestling Fans.
It's reasonable to W.
Like wrestling. And be sure to check out all the other videos coming out this week, including a top 5. But for now, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.
Fuck. Time to
He's getting sued?
Yeah.